Academic documents like acceptance letter from the university, confirmation of fees paid, statement of purpose, CV, 10-12 mark sheet, graduation mark sheet, English language test, and the current employment experience letter if they have. Now, if I tell you one thing, if the student have not completed their exam, which is the final result, or they are really they're waiting for the results to outcome, still you can put the application under AIP, which is the in principle approval. So the university will provide you a supporting letter stating that the student has met with the basic entry requirement. It's just he or she is waiting for the final result. So let the finance part get assist, and once the student get a result, the student will be updating to the university, and university will be issuing the unconditional offer letter to the student, and the agent need to forward to the high commission saying that the student has received, so they will give the final decision on the visa. I hope it is clear very well. Moin, it is clear?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. So financial documents, the affidavit of support of sponsor. Now over here, who can be the sponsor? Apart from the parents, parents would be the priority who will be sponsoring the finance. Apart from that, you can take a support from the relatives. You just need to prove the relationship if they are your siblings or your grandparents of the student or uncle and aunt. Prove the relationship, how they are connected to each other, and they can sponsor the student. The bank statement, you need to provide a bank balance certificate of last 6 months, and the living expense for Dublin would be 12,000 euro, and outside Dublin would be 10,000 euro as per the High Commission. Bank loans and sanction letter is acceptable. CA statement, net worth of sponsor, valuation report of immovable properties, and income tax return of past 3 years. Now, for masters, you have to show only 1 year funding, which will be tuition fees and living expense, and tuition fees would be paid upfront. But you have to show the source of fund from where the money has been paid in the visa file. And when it comes to the bachelor's, whatever the duration of the course is, you have to pay the first year tuition fees, and first year living expense need to be shown as a liquid fund. For second year, third year, fourth year, you can show the funds which are expected to be liquidized in the way of shares, bonds, mutual funds, or the property CA report along with the strong ITRs. All right. So any other financial documents, please specify documents pertaining to a property deed should not be collected at all, will not be accepted by the embassy. Only a CA statement incorporating the value of the property funds will suffice. Fixed deposit receipt should not be submitted. A statement from the bank on the bank letterhead giving the total value of the deposit will suffice. Now, medical insurance. Every university, they have the link of medical insurance, which is around 120 euro student need to pay, which is around, I believe, in Indian currency, it's 10,000 INR. How about Pakistan? It would be 120 euro, Moin.
120 euro, approximately, I think 24,000 rupees, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
approximately.
Approximately. So that would be like approximately what the student need to pay. Again, compared to your neighbor country, the insurance amount is pretty less, isn't?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you need to, purchase online. I will help you once you're getting the students. I'll give you the link from each institute where you have to go and purchase and give the receipt in the visa file. Then please provide the full contact details of all student sponsors if they are not directly related to the student, like mother, father, siblings. Please explain the relationship and provide some evidence of this from family tree. So you can make a family tree and show that how they belong to each other. If sponsors are unrelated to student, please give some explanation to why they are undertaking a sponsor education Ireland. So, don't show unrelated people because that becomes a reason of rejection. You never know how the officer, Irish, or, High Commission will react on it. So I never advise to go with the unrelated, the relations or then the other person is sponsoring. It's better to prove it in the family relation only. And special note, student cannot apply for the dependent visa. Please take a note in Ireland. That's the main reason the population of Ireland is comparable less, isn't? So the another way is education bond. Now, if the funds not maintained in the account for 6 months and there is a no genuine proof of recent fund, in that case, student can pay full tuition fees in advance before visa and apply for an education bond for the living expense. Okay, it's the new hassle-free visa initiative supported by the Irish government and the Irish Immigration Authority. So the INS, the bond provide degree program students with an alternative to verifying their financial status before coming to Ireland. This alternative elements then the need for gathering invasive time for consuming financial documents. So it's the benefits of education model like Swifter visa application form. It gets very easy. No excessive financial information request. No sponsorship details required. You get the receipt immediately once the payments are done, and less paperwork, hassle-free service, improve communication between the student and visa officer. For how to apply for this? You have to go to the link called educationbondireland.paytostudy.com, apply for a bond, complete the payment registration process. Then you need to, you will be presented with the total bond payment, the amount they will be getting processed a transaction, complete the bank transfer, then the receipt, what you're getting a telegraphic transfer, you have to email to confirm to pay to study, and they will be issuing the receipt. And keeping that receipt, you can file your visa application form. So these are the easiest 6 steps which need to be followed, and it's a hassle-free for the visa purpose. So copy of the passport document would be required, proof of registration like the offer letter from the institute, and full Irish bank account details. So these are the 3 steps which you need to have in hand when you proceed with the education bond island process. The next last thing would be like after student reach to Ireland, they have to carry 3,000 euro pound to open their GADA account, which will be done once they reach to the island, which is a GNIB account. And the documents would be requiring like passport, student ID, letter from the registered office with the university where they are going, and student required to pay the 3,000 euro and open the account. So that 3,000 is a student money only, but they're just opening the account. Acha, currently, a few of the students are randomly getting an interview call from the High Commission to check the genuinity of the student. So when you're filing the visa, the SOP plays a vital role in the visa application form. So please write in detail the SOP along with the jobs what they will be doing after completion of the study and in their home country, and which companies they will be looking, and why this university, and how they are funding their plans. They should be aware about each and everything about their application. So few students, they always land up knowing no funds detail. So please guide your student about saying like why. And sometimes the call goes to the bank and the job providers as well. So make them understand this can be happen, and they may get a call from the High Commission for the particular candidate. So evidence of fund would be education loan sanction letter, latest savings account statement for the past 6 months, fixed deposit certificate from the bank, and education bond. So these are the acceptable funds. Evidence of fund, liquid fund, evidence fund, student immediate access with the latest 1 year tuition fees, plus living expense. The student also demonstrate that he or she sponsor is ready to access the amount at least 10,000 each substance year. In addition, the course fee of each of those years. The cost of 1 year study and stay needs to be shown in a liquid in the way of loan, bank balance, or fixed deposit. For substance year, student funds can be shown in a non-liquid form with the valuation report of house, plot, flat, shop, etc. To get the faster visa, I would advise always to make the full fee payment before applying for the visa that I just told you before also. To get the faster visa, if you're paying the full fees, that would be really faster and quick to get the revert on the application form, visa application form. The counseling tips. I believe one student suggests Ireland for those who want to study in the world rank university, but profile of the student must be academically strong. So I already discussed about the entry requirements. Wants to stay back options. So comparable again, stay backs are 2 years and 1 year for bachelors. Low academic. So you have options in IoT Institute. Low academic still they are welcoming. The fees is not very high comparing to the other countries. Per annum, it is costing from 12 to 19 lakhs per annum. Ireland is having a skill shortage of IT, finance, pharmacy. So they are very selected courses. Again, the country is not very big, but they need a selected skill shortage, for the particular stream. Good jobs available in this sector. And Ireland is not for those students who want to take a dependent along with them, as a student dependent is not allowed. They are allowed to do a 20 hours part-time job while they are studying and 40 hours while they're holiday. Irish University by large have a September intake. So when I talk about the intake, which is maximum, they're focusing September. January are very handful institutes they have, but not all the courses. So our main target to students for Ireland would be September. And they have a high rank universities like Trinity College Dublin, University of College Cork, and University College Dublin. For few courses, it's already closed in Ireland, which has been already updated on our application portal where you'll be putting. So the courses which are open are still on the portal. So please look into it. This is the end of my presentation. So if you have any question you can ask, or I can go by individual entry requirement for the institute.
Thank you so much, Sheetal, for giving a detailed presentation. Guys, if you have any question, you can write onto Q&A and we will respond to you there.
So in between the, everybody's writing the Q&A. I'll start with the entry requirements, Moin.
Yes, sure.
Thank you. So yes, now I'll talk by university wise. When I talk about University College Dublin, if your student is making an application by his own, the application fees is 50 euro. But if they are making an application through us, there's no application fees because we are one of the priority agent for them. So they have given a waiver for our students. So please, that would be one pitching point for you. They will save the money on it. For UCD, LOR is mandatory, SOP is mandatory. I've already told the Duolingo exam, which is one of the easiest exam, is acceptable by all the Irish Institute. Now, there are few courses, they are mandatorily looking for the 4 years degree, which is like computing degree. They don't accept the 3 years degree. So anyway, Pakistan has all the 4 years degree. Once the student get offer, please ask the student to pay the 500 euro immediately and block the seat. Moin, you have few students, I believe, on the portal. Please get that closed by accepting the offer.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. So authority is accepted in the University College Dublin, and change of agent deadline is over. So I'm not going to talk about it. And no scholarships are available right now. It's all the dates are over. I'll go to the other institute, which is the Trinity College Dublin. So these are the two very high rank universities in Ireland. Trinity College Dublin has the application fees. There is no waiver. So application fees is 55 euro. The student will be getting a link directly in their email once we submit the application, and they have to pay online. UG and PG required a two recommendation letter with the statement of purpose. And there's an authority letter with the application form we need to submit. So we will be sending once the application receives, the student need to sign and send us back. Few courses they accept 3 years degree, but again those would be a business course. And change of agent and change authority, they accept whole year. So still you have a time. If you're getting a student for Trinity College Dublin, you can do the change of agent and then you can take that student under your kitty. There are few if the students are making an MBA application for Trinity College Dublin, there is a different questionnaire form which student need to fill. So if you have a student for MBA, I will be very shortly updating the portal where the questionnaire form will be uploaded. You can just download from there and you can submit those forms with your application. In Trinity College Dublin for MSc Computer Science, they need a IELTS along with the application. So, there are few courses where they need a complete document. So, Trinity MSc Computer Science is a course where they need a IELTS scorecard in a hand. Final result is not there, it's fine. You can get a conditional offer letter on based of that, but IELTS requirement will be requiring. And for MSc Computer Science, they do have a coding test. So once a student apply for MSc Computer Science, they will get a schedule for coding test, which they need to clear it. The other university is Dublin City University. They don't have an application fees and the SOP and LOR is mandatory. They're accepting a 3 years, they're not accepting, sorry, 3 years degree and authority letter and change of agent. Now, remember what I told, authority letter and change of agent which are acceptable, but it's only before the acceptance deposit. So if student is already paid the acceptance deposit, which is a 500 euro, then the authority letter and change of agent won't be acceptable. So please tag the students who have not already paid or accepted the offer. University of Galway, they do have application fees. So for the fees is 35 euro. SOP LOR is not mandatory in the Galway University, and they don't accept 3 years degree. All right, especially for the data analytics and artificial intelligence course. Same way, authority letter and change of agent is accepted before acceptance deposit. And there are few courses they look for 70% in their bachelor, which is like data analytics, business analytics, artificial intelligence, and information system. So they're very particular about the entry requirement. They need 70% in their undergraduate. Now, another university is University College Cork. The application fees for the University College Cork for UG would be 45 euro, PG would be 50 euro. SOP is not required for all courses, but it's always good to write a SOP because in future the student can add on more points for the visa. LOR, they won't require for the application time, but later on if they require, they will send an email to the student